If you are keen to look luxe on a budget, then I have some treats for you. I think it's really important, of course, to invest in beautiful clothing. I have a lot of expensive, timeless clothing that will last me forever, and I have a lot of inexpensive clothing that I love just as much. And if you are on a budget and you're getting a little sick of the trash out there that doesn't fit well, that isn't an interesting pattern or fabric, then it's just that you're not looking hard enough, and I have been scouting them for you. So I'm going to show you a few glorious finds, and this will be quite long, so I'm going to split it up into 3 parts. Let's get started. A great way to look expensive is to dress tonally in classic colours. Now I have from top to toe got a fairly classic palette on, just cream, navy and an olive boot, and I've just coupled it with very simple gold jewellery. This is my brand new Zara treasures that I bought recently, and some Colette, just, you know, inexpensive on sale Colette jewellery and a simple earring. Although I think lots of bling looks fabulous, sometimes just toning it down a little and just having one statement necklace and then a pair of simple earrings or vice versa really works well. And then if you're going to go all out, I reckon throw it all on, you know, lots and lots of it, lots of bangles, lots of necklaces, just chunk it all on. And yeah, and a statement bag. So this is a very inexpensive bag that I've recently bought. It's a Bottega Veneta dupe. It has a lovely little sort of chain here and then a strap to allow you to wear it crossbody, and you can see that it's just tonally in that family, and it's not too much. It's got considerable room actually. I thought it would be a lot smaller, but I tend to like larger bags. So yeah, having that sort of tonal look works really, really well. The other bag that I have just had delivered, which you might have seen in my outfit of the day, is this Zara padded bag that I have been coveting for a long, long time and was hoping would come on sale, and it did. And I'm absolutely delighted. I love it with my bangles. And I think that metallics tend to add a real luxe look as well. And so long as they're not tizzy, so long as they've got that sort of classic shape, doesn't mean they have to be boring. This bag is far from boring. I think it's really, really different, unusual, and it's certainly, you know, got that metallic feel to it, but it's not in a tizzy way. I think because it's such a simple style, it doesn't have too much embellishment, has simple sort of herringbone pattern and a really interesting sort of pewter coloured hardware and handle, blue sort of leather look handle to match. So yeah, so just adding that little bit of shine, I think, is a really luxe way to dress up an outfit. Okay, next, this is a very inexpensive chiffon embroidered top that I found. It has a beautiful sleeve. Love the cream with the black. It is lined in the front, and then it doesn't have lining in the back. Could be worn over a black dress. It could be worn with jeans, which I'm going to try. And I love the neckline. I think it looks fabulous with a polo neck underneath. And there are a couple of ways to make it even more expensive. The first thing is to take off a lot of jewellery. Because this is so embellished and decorative, I think adding jewellery, especially around the neck and even the ears, would really take it a little bit towards tacky. I think a simple gold hoop would actually look really lovely with this. So what I would do with this skirt is I would tuck it in at the front like this, and you can see it's just perfect there with that line of cream. And then I would probably leave the back out to give it a sort of cape luxe type look, and then I would add a crossbody bag just to make it a bit more urban and cool. I think that a lot of this style of clothing for women of our age can be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit aging. Lace and chiffon and that kind of thing and embroidery can be a little aging. So we want to try to cool it up a bit. If I had like a white skirt and a pair of stilettos on, I think this would end up looking quite aging. But because I've added a cool polo neck, some funky jewellery, you know, a youthful skirt, some great boots, a crossbody bag and not too much bling, I think it works really beautifully. I was umming and ahhing about buying this. It was only like $16. But, you know, everything I buy, no matter if it's $4, I want to be wearing it. I want to be able to be inspired by it and get it out and use it and not pack it away. So I will definitely be wearing this. I think it's really special. And here it is fully tucked in. So you can see that looks quite cute as well. And this could go with so very many different things. I love this. One thing I thought I might try is put some leopard over the top. You know, you would think, oh, it's going to look absolutely horrid. But considering the tonal sort of look I've got going on here, let's give it a go and see what it's like. Well, I don't think it's too bad. It's not too bad. What do you think? Let me know. Trying this with a pair of jeans now. These are recent Kmart, 25 bucks, high-waisted paper bag. This is a size 12, and I got a 12 because I wanted them to be relatively loose on the thigh, which they, you know, almost are. Of course, the waist is far too big, but the great thing is you can belt them in, and I would recommend when wearing these paper bags of any kind, pants or skirts, is to just winch that thing in as far as you can go. Just suck it in, because it makes such a difference to the line of the pants, and these are really lovely. Now, I also don't like buying cropped. I don't think it works for me. I'm quite tall. I'm about 6 foot in heels, so I worry that they look a bit juvenile. I'm still unsure, so let me know if you think that they, you know, look like I'm a grown-up in these. I do like a long boot under them. I don't think I would ever wear these with a flat sandal or a flat boot. I think I would look like a munchkin, seriously, because my legs are short in relation to my body. It would not work. And what I've done is I've done that sort of pull through tie at the front. I get a bit about the bow with paper bag. And the great thing about having it in the middle there is that it kind of covers up where my crotch starts, so it makes my legs look longer than if I had it like this and you could see, you know, where my legs are starting. So that's a little trick. The only problem with these is that the belt is actually attached. It's sewn into the back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo that so that I can pull this around and actually tie it over on the side. I think that might actually look quite good as well. So yeah, if you don't want to, you know, if you've got a little bit of tummy happening, and because this has got a zip here and a button, it's actually does stick out a little bit. So having it over to the side means that you don't have extra bulk there, although you might like having it there, I don't know. But this looks quite expensive. The denim's really lovely. It's nice and thick and it's got a beautiful colour to it. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep them. I've left the tag on just in case, but I think I'm going to keep them. But this is another luxe look, and what I would put with this is actually a contrasting bag, just to make it a little bit more casual, because this is quite dressy. And I think that's another secret to luxe dressing, is that we don't have to save the sequins and the embroidery and the chiffon for evening. In fact, I probably wouldn't wear this in the evening. I think it might end up looking a little bit aging. So I would probably only wear it in the day, but then never say never. Another luxe look is to add a pop of real bling, but glamour bling with simple shapes, like a t-shirt. I was in Kmart earlier today, and you may have seen on my stories that I was looking at the boys' t-shirts, and you can actually get them up to size 14 kids, and if you don't mind a slim fit, then they can look fabulous over the top of things. This actually isn't from Kmart. This is an MNG that I recently bought on sale. I think it was $11. Love it, love the colour, love the honey, and it's got that gorgeous sort of fuzzy, remember that fuzzy sort of iron-on that we used to have back in the 70s? So what I've done is I've just tucked the belt in, so it's nice and firm fitting, and then I thought I could try a blazer over the top. So this is another purchase recently from MNG. I got it for a song. I think that absolutely linen is luxe, even though it's contraindicative to everything we like about luxe, in that it's sleek and refined. That sort of easy, crushy look is actually a really luxe look. And this is an actual linen blend. It's not fully linen, and I like it because it's more floppy and not as stiff as linen. I am trying to be more comfortable with linen because I like things to be non-crushy, but I'm trying to relax. So this is quite crushy. I had to give it a good iron, and it's a beautiful cream color. It's like literally the color of freshly milked milk, freshly milked milk. And it's yeah, it's thin enough to wear in summer, but also to sort of layer up. And what I thought I could try doing with this is belting it. I don't own a lot of blazers because I think they make me look boxy, particularly if you've got, you're bigger in the thigh or the hip. I think that they just don't flatter that well unless you can belt them in. So I got this because it's thin enough to belt, and also it's a great length. The sleeves are long enough and the length is fantastic. It hits me in a great spot if I want to wear a pair of pants that I don't feel comfortable about my thighs in. So I thought I could try belting this. Let's see how that looks. Here it is belted with a Zara gold belt. I've removed that necklace obviously because it would have been just too much. And I did want to say that when you do wear necklaces with tees like these, it looks good to have them sitting over the neckline of the tee rather than hanging down, because it starts to get a little bit messy. So just having that neatness around here looks good. I have another necklace that would work well for that. So this is a collet, and that could sit in that same spot. Of course, this would also look fabulous just as a tee without that higher neckline. Although I think a higher neckline does look luxe. So just without it would look great too. And I've just coupled this with the blue bag. And you can see there it nips me in and helps balance out this area by having sort of the broad drop shoulder and nipping in at the waist. Okay loves, I have another incredible pair of inexpensive jeans to show you, but I'm going to leave it to the next part. Part 2 coming soon. Bye.